हेलो दोस्तों, वेलकम टू वाव एएस। स्वागत है आप सभी का इस डेली क्यूज एमसी डिस्कशन पे। आज है 18th ऑफ मई 2021 एंड नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस द 5 करंट अफेयर बेस्ड एमसीक्यूज ऑफ द डे। ठीक है, बिफोर वी बिगिन आई वुड लाइक टू इन्फॉर्म यू अबाउट द इनिशिएटिव्स दैट वाव एएस has launched. वाव एएस is providing Vision Prelims Test Series summary and Vision PT 365 summary. अगर आपको इन समरीज जेपीईजी फॉर्मेट में चाहिए, देन गो टू अ टेलीग्राम ग्रुप. यू विल फाइंड these समरीज इन द जेपीईजी फॉर्मेट, दैट इज इन द इमेज फॉर्मेट, फॉर फ्री. अगर आपको इन समरीज पीडीएफ फॉर्मेट में चाहिए, देन डू सब्सक्राइब टू आवर कोर्स whose details I have given here. You can also find the details in the telegram group as well. ठीक है, तो चलिए अब शुरू करते हैं. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Soham platform, sometimes seen in the news, is related to what? Soham platform के बारे में क्वेश्चन है. ठीक है, ऑप्शन ए न्यूबॉर्न हियरिंग स्क्रीनिंग डिवाइस, ऑप्शन बी कल्चरल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म, ऑप्शन सी इनिशिएटिव फॉर न्यूट्रिशनल सिक्योरिटी थ्रू इंटेंसिव मिलेट्स प्रमोशन, ऑप्शन डी इरेडिकेट चाइल्ड लेबर. सोहम पोर्टल. ठीक है, एंड द करेक्ट आंसर इज option B, cultural media platform. So recently, Ministry of Culture has announced a month-long online program called Nimisha, and these programs they will be telecast or they will be placed in the Soham platform. Now we will see some more details about the Soham platform. क्या है ये Soham platform? Soham platform. ठीक है, तो मैंने बोला, तो क्यों ये क्वेश्चन पूछा गया है, क्योंकि मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कल्चर ने अनाउंस किया है a month-long online program called Nimisha. It's a some online summer program of the National Gallery of Modern Art NGMA. Okay, इस National Gallery of Modern Art का month-long program है. Okay, the aim of this NGMA is to create a virtual museum space. Virtual museum space. That is the main aim. ठीक है, and the exhibition of selected artworks for Nimisha 2021 they will be displayed on the NGMA website and Soham platform. तो इसीलिए Soham was in use. Now what is this Soham platform? This Soham platform is the first cultural media platform in the country. So this platform is completely dedicated to the cultural aspects. So this is the first cultural media platform in the country. Remember the Soham platform, which is a cultural media platform, first cultural media platform of the country, and this is under the banner of National Gallery of Modern Art NGMA. तो ये NGMA के नीचे काम करता है, and this platform, it is a platform to develop a dialogue between NGMA, artist and art enthusiast. That means it's a dialogue platform. यानी the NGMA officials and the artist and art enthusiast, everyone can communicate using this Soham platform. It's a platform for communication of all the stakeholders of the art. We can say that. ठीक है, and Soham symbolizes universal self. Pranahamsa reflect as individual self in all of us. ठीक है, हमसा. So it symbolizes universal self, Pranahamsa, reflected as individual self, Hamsa. It is based on the philosophy of this Pranahamsa and Hamsa, the Soham. Soham. ठीक है, चलिए. Now we'll move on to the next question. So consider the following statements. This is from polity. This question is from polity. Okay, first statement. Under Article 3, Parliament is the sole authority on making a decision on a new state. So, okay, this is about new formation of new state and Article 3. Second statement. Establishment of new states or alteration of names, areas, and boundaries of states are considered as amendment to the Constitution under Article 368. Okay. So, what are the which statements are correct? We have to choose the correct statement. A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. Okay. So here if you see under Article 3, Parliament is the sole authority. That means Parliament has complete authority over the decision making when the new state is formed. This is absolutely right. This is absolutely right. So 1 is the right statement. But if you come to the second statement, establishment of new states or alteration of names and boundaries are considered as amendment to the Constitution under Article 368. This is a wrong statement because a bill which is related to the either formation of new state or alteration of areas, boundaries of names, so or boundaries or the name of any state, इन सब चीजों को it is not considered as an amendment to the Constitution under Article 368. An amendment to the Article 368 is something where the Parliament has to pass the bill with special majority. But when a bill is related to all of these things, that is the formation of state or alteration of boundaries, all of these things, it is not an amendment under Article 368. Yani, this bill has to be passed in the Parliament just with a simple majority. Just with a simple majority. That's it. So that is the reason this second statement is wrong, and here the correct answer will be A, one only is the right answer. तो ये क्वेश्चन क्यों पूछा गया है? This is a typical UPSC kind of a question. When there is some news, when there is something in the news, when there is a current affair, then UPSC what it is doing is it is linking this current affair with the static part, and it is asking a static part question. So recently Prime Minister Narendra Modi has greeted people of Sikkim on the statehood day. May 16th is the statehood day of Sikkim. So Modi has greeted the state, and इसी डे हमने क्वेश्चन पूछा गया है. So Article 3 of Indian Constitution addresses the topic of formation of new state and alteration of areas, boundaries or names of existing state. In सब चीजों is dealt by which article? It is dealt by Article 3 of the Indian Constitution. It says Parliament may by law form a new state by separation of territory from any state or by uniting two or more states, by uniting any territory or part of any state, increase the area of any state, diminish the area of any state, alter the boundaries, or alter the name. So all of these things can be done by the parliament just with a simple majority. Just with a simple majority. So that is the reason this bill is not considered as something under article, as it is not considered as an amendment under Article 368. Okay? So it is not considered as an amendment under Article 368, and it can just be passed by simple majority in the parliament. This bill. Okay? चलिए, now we'll move on to the next question. Consider the following statement with respect to the bog wetland. So this question is about the bog wetland. Bogs are soft, spongy wetland that accumulate peat. Two, bogs act as carbon sink. Here we have to choose the correct answer. We have to choose what? We have to choose the correct answer. A, one only. B, two only. C, both 1 and 2. D, neither 1 nor 2. Okay. So, first statement says bogs are soft, spongy wetlands that accumulate peat. Now, what is peat? Peat is basically a brown deposit resembling soil. Okay, it is formed with the partial decomposition of vegetable matter. That's a brown soil kind of a thing. Soil kind. Okay, that means it is a partially decomposed. Peat is nothing but partially decomposed organic matter, like vegetables or animals or anything that kind. Okay. So these bogs are soft, spongy wetlands that accumulate peat. This is right because bog is a wetland. In wetland, you can find such kind of peat accumulation. So this first statement is right. Second statement says bog act as carbon sink. Almost all the wetlands act as a carbon sink. The wetlands has a large amount of carbon deposits in the form of this peat and all. The peat is nothing but this organic matter, and a lot of carbon is being deposited in these wetlands. The second statement is also right. So C, both 1 and 2 is the right answer for this. Both 1 and 2 is the right answer. Now we'll see why this bog wetland was in news and why we asked this question. So recently, Common Crane has returned to the island nation. So what is the island nation? Ireland. Okay? This Common Crane has returned to Ireland after more than 3 centuries after it has disappeared. So before 3 centuries, the Common Crane used to be found in Ireland during their winters. लेकिन क्या हुआ कि 3 centuries पहले this Common Crane has disappeared. This Common Crane has disappeared. Now, after 3 centuries, the people of Ireland were able to find the Common Crane in these bog wetlands in Ireland. Okay, this bird is basically this common crane. It is part of its folklore and was popular pet during the medieval times. It's a popular pet for the Irish people. In its normal breeding range, common cranes are found in wet meadows, forest clearings, wetlands, bogs and grassy fields. ठीक है. So almost all water in the bogs, in these bogs, these are wetlands basically. They come from rainfall, and the bogs are soft, spongy wetlands that accumulate peat. Okay, and the bogs, as I told, these wetlands, most of the wetlands are nothing but carbon sinks. क्योंकि किससे बनता है wetlands? Wetlands are formed by these organic matter, and a lot of organic deposits can be found in this organic matter. A lot of organic deposits can be found in this wetlands. So in the you will see the undecomposed plants and animal waste in the wetland. So इसीलिए इसको बोलते हैं हम it's a carbon sink. It also sequesters carbon. These bog wetlands, okay, they sequester about 200 million tons of carbon from the environment in Siberia and Scandinavia. कि वहां पे क्या होता है कि डिकम्पोज होने के लिए टेम्परेचर नहीं है. डिकम्पोजिशन के लिए there is no temperature क्योंकि वहां पे most of the time, during most of the year there is only during most of the year in these areas there is only cold. We won't find hot temperatures. तो decomposition के लिए hot temperatures चाहिए. तो इसीलिए most of the carbon is actually it is actually trapped in these wetlands. ठीक है. चलो, now we'll move on to the next question. This is all about bogs. Now we'll move on to the next question. The term Winchcombe, recently it was in news, is related to what? It is associated with what? A. Asian gracile skink. B. Pesticide. C. Meteorite. And D. Biological weapon. We have to choose the correct answer. What is Winchcombe? ठीक है. Sometimes UPSC might directly ask such questions just based on the current affairs. So here the correct answer is C. Meteorite. C. Meteorite is the correct answer. So recently, a piece of Winchcombe meteorite touched down in the town of Winchcombe in UK in February 2021, and now this part of meteorite which has touched the ground, it will be displayed in the National History Museum of UK. Okay, that's why this was in news. So Winchcombe is nothing but it is a meteorite. It's a 103-gram fragment of black rock resembling coal. It dates back to the birth of solar system up to nearly 4.5 billion years ago. It may offer scientists and researchers some clues about the beginning of solar system and maybe even the Earth. Because it's very old rock. It's a rock which can be traced back to about 4.5 billion years. तो इसीलिए this Winchcombe was in use, and now this Winchcombe will be displayed in the National Museum in UK, National History Museum. ठीक है? So this is all about Winchcombe. ठीक है? Now we'll move on to the next question. So the next question is based on zeolites. So zeolites was in news recently. So we'll say a question based on zeolites. First statement: an oxygen concentrator used zeolites as molecular sieve to adsorb and vent out atmospheric nitrogen, leaving behind oxygen gas. Okay. Second statement: zeolites are soluble in water. Okay. Third statement: zeolites do not undergo oxidation in the presence of air. So here we have to choose incorrect statement. See properly, incorrect statement. So exam maybe, what you will do, just underline directly. Okay, so that means you have seen the question actively, not passively. Because sometimes this correct and incorrect, it might directly lead you to something wrong option, and this wrong option might cost you 2 marks in the exam directly, which might prove very fatal sometimes. Okay. So we have to choose the incorrect ones. Option A, 2 only. B, 1, 2 and 3. C, 1 and 3. D, 3 only. Okay. So here, now we'll analyze the statements. So zeolites, basically, the zeolites are nothing but they are kind of alumina silicates. Alumina silicates. Okay. So which can absorb air. It mainly absorbs nitrogen and oxygen, where which it releases nitrogen and it can trap oxygen. Okay, so this is what is basic concept about zeolites. Zeolites are aluminous silicates. So an oxygen concentrator use zeolite as molecular sieve to adsorb and vent out atmospheric nitrogen, leaving behind oxygen gas. This is absolutely right statement, because just I've told you about zeolites. So this is the basic definition of zeolite, you can say. Zeolites are soluble in water. This is wrong. Zeolites are insoluble in water. Zeolites are insoluble in water. They just absorb the water. They are not soluble. ठीक है, and zeolites do not undergo oxidation in the presence of air. This is absolutely right. They do not undergo oxidation. If they undergo oxidation, then they cannot be used. Then they will not be able to. Then we cannot use them in the oxygen concentrators. Okay, we cannot if they are getting oxidized. That means they are absorbing all of these particles, and okay, and it is getting spoiled. Then we will not be able to use this zeolite. But because it do not undergo oxidation in the air, we are using this. Because of that, the zeolites are able to absorb both oxygen and nitrogen. It can then release nitrogen and trap in the oxygen, and this trapped oxygen can be used to the patients. Okay? So we have to choose the incorrect one. So here only two is incorrect. That means option A is the right answer. Option A is the right answer. Now we will see some more information about the zeolite. So recently, why this was a news is Air India has begun the first of its zeolite cargo flights. तो क्या हो रहा है कि because कोविड पैंडेमिक में हमारे लिए ऑक्सीजन बहुत जरूरी है एंड वी आर सीइंग ऑक्सीजन शॉर्टेजेस इन लॉट ऑफ hospitals. So Air India has begun the zeolite cargo flights because the zeolite is very much important for the manufacturing of oxygen plants and all of these oxygen concentrators. ठीक है, so this technology, the basically usage of this zeolite, it is developed by DRDO. It is developed by whom? Developed by DRDO, and it uses the pressure swing adsorption process and molecular sieves zeolite in oxygen generation. मतलब ऑक्सीजन जनरेशन के लिए हम यूज कर रहे हैं these zeolites. Okay, they are used as adsorbent material. Okay, तो in oxygen concentrator में क्या होता है कि zeolite will absorb atmospheric nitrogen and oxygen, and it vent out nitrogen, and it can trap in oxygen. This trapped oxygen can be used by the patients, can be used for the patients. Okay, मैंने already कहा है they are insoluble in water and other inorganic solvents, because if it gets soluble in water, then you will not be able to use it. This usability decreases. So it is insoluble in water. And also it do not undergo oxidation in the presence of air. It do not undergo oxidation in the presence of air. Okay, they can be formed naturally. They can be found naturally because it's nothing but aluminum silicate only. And also it can be made by man synthetically as well. It can be made by man synthetically as well. Synthetically यानी in lab. ठीक है? And the zeolites, they are rich in aluminum and attract to polar molecules like water, whereas zeolites rich in silica are attracted towards non-polar molecules. This is some more information about this zeolite. Okay? So, so these are the 5 questions for the day. So before we leave, I would like to give you a small question for your research. Okay? So Mughalankar principles, recently it was in news. Mulgaonkar principle. Sorry, it's Mulgaonkar principle. Now, what is this Mulgaonkar principle related to? Okay. So what you have to do is just comment answer in the comment box. Tomorrow, before starting the discussion, I will I will discuss with you what this Mulgaonkar principle is related to. These are very important. These small trivia things are very important both from the prelims as well as the mains perspective. These things which I will give you daily, you can use these things in the mains as well. It can be used as value addition in the mains answer writing. Even in the prelims, there can be direct question on this Mulgaonkar principle. Okay? So tomorrow, before starting of these questions, before starting of tomorrow's questions, I'll give you information about this Mulgaonkar principle. But before that, do comment in our comment box what is this Mulgaonkar principle. Okay? And if you want the solution of today's questions in the PDF format, then do join our Telegram group whose details I've given in the description. You can find the questions and the solution in the PDF format. And if you want the Vision Prelims Test Series Summary and Vision PT3 Step Summary, then also do join a Telegram group where you can find the details of these prelims test series and the PT3 Step Summary. You can also find the monthly summaries which we are going to provide soon. ठीक है, monthly vision का monthly summaries, monthly current affair summaries. ठीक है, so do join the Telegram group for more such details. So I'll see you again tomorrow. We'll meet again tomorrow with 5 more questions. Till then, keep studying and stay tuned. Jai Hind. Thank you.